and welcome to another episode of Retro Toys TV. It's Tim here. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll realise I am in the vertical format today. That's because I am dabbling in the world of IGTV and Instagram. If you're joining me on IGTV and Instagram, hello, welcome to my first ever episode video thing through the new medium. No idea how it's going to kind of pay off, but certainly I wanted to give it a try, a little bit of an experiment to see what things were like outside of the YouTube format. Today I'm talking about my recent mission into my parents' loft to look for some of my old toys from when I was a kid. Now, I don't know what you were like with your parents, but I was quite insistent that my parents don't throw any of my toys away. So they actually didn't do it, and they were actually really nice, and they kept all my toys shoved up in their loft, collecting dust and taking up space, as my dad reminded me. And recently, obviously I'm doing this channel, I'm delving back into the world of retro toys from the 80s and the 90s, and I thought, you know what, it's probably about time I took those toys off their hands. So they finally, after much persuasion, bribery and general negotiation, let me stick my head into their loft, and I have collected the first bag of retro toys that I remember, and also some that I don't remember from when I was a kid. So they're off to my left down here, so bear with me, hopefully you won't go out of focus, and let's have a look and see what I've got. The first on the list is a really nice, quite in really good nick actually, version of Rodimus Prime. Obviously Rodimus Prime, born out of the Transformers the movie, and sort of led the Transformers after that. You know the stuff really. Next one on the list, and linked obviously with Rodimus Prime, is Hot Rod. Again, one of my favourite characters from Transformers the movie, back when I was a kid. He's got a little bit of damage there to the old stickers, and I had to put his head back on when I found him at the bottom of the bag. Now, the next one is one I am really chuffed about. Blur was one of my favourite characters from the sort of latter days of the Transformers. He's actually, just having a look, he's in really good nick. And the shield's there as well. So I always kept losing the shield, but somehow over the years it stayed intact, so that's really good. We have Onslaught, I think, from the Combaticons, obviously formed Bruticus. He was the only Combaticon that I had. I think it was Snaptrap from the Seacons. Piranacon is the one they formed, and I know I had some more of these. So somewhere is at least Tentakill and maybe one of the others. But these guys were, these ones were always ones I wanted to get the full Seacon group for to create Piranacon, but I just never did it, and I always regretted never getting all of them. Now, these are an interesting bunch. It's all the tiny itty bitty Transformers. So we've got, zoom in. I have to shout at myself. We've got Cosmos, Powerglide, Sea Spray, look at it. Oh god, drop these down. We got Brawn, I think it was Brawn, the little van thing, Beachcomber, and Ridge Racer, not Cliff Jumper, this one. These little guys. Now, as a kid, I always wanted bigger Transformers, and I always got these ones to start with, because these ones were one of the first, phase one of the toys, and I always wanted the bigger ones, Optimus Prime, things like that, but my parents always got me these, and I think at the time I was a little bit disappointed, but now I actually really like these little ones. I really like the characters like Cosmos and Sea Spray. They're always one of my favourite characters, so despite my disappointment at the age of 6 and 7, keeping these now, the fact I've kept them, I'm really chuffed that I have, because not only do they bring back some really nice memories of my first kind of lot of Transformers, but it also makes me want to collect all these little ones now. I think I had Cliff Jumper, the kind of Cliff Jumper Bumblebee alternative, the same design. But I want to get the rest of these and actually try and remember all their names as well, so I'm really chuffed that I've got these. Alright, lastly, I've got some unknowns. I've got this dude who's a bit falling apart. Now, this isn't a Transformer. I know that for a fact. Could it be a GoBot? It's obviously a tank. It's got Bandai Japan 1983 written on it. I don't know if you can see that. Let me just do the old focusy trick. There you go. He's kind of a bit stuck and he's not holding his shape very well, but I don't know. He's not. Is he a GoBot? I'm not sure. I need to find out about that. And also we've got something very similar. Again, one that's his parts aren't quite sort of intact. Let me just zoom in. Come on, zoom in. There we go. Like a space shuttle kind of guy. Has he got anything on his? Let's see if I can see in this light. Yeah, he's Bandai 1985. So I'm not sure what these two are. So I need to go away and have a look at that. Something in the back of my mind. They're not GoBots. They're something else, but I'm not quite sure what they are. But I remember I was at two minds whether to throw them away, and I thought, no, I'm going to keep them because part of me wants to know who they are and what they are. So hold that thought. You might know what these are. If you do know what these are, stick it in the old comments below. Let me know. Save me a job of actually looking for them, because I'm really interested to find out what they are and what range they were from. Doubt they're worth anything. Not really bothered about the money, but I'm just interested to solve the mystery of Tank Man, Space Shuttle Man. Right, so you've seen the Transformers that I managed to find in the loft, but there was also one other item that I saw there. It's this bad boy. Hold on. It is the Action Force. Note that Action Force, not G.I Joe. Dragonfly helicopter. Still a bit dirty because I haven't cleaned him yet. But again, one of these toys that I thought I'd got rid of, but I definitely remember getting this for Christmas or birthday. Okay, it's got a few bits missing. It hasn't got the skids. It's missing the sort of grappling hook thing, anchor thing. I can't think what it's called. The rope attachment. I can't think about a thing. Hasn't got Wild Bill the character. A little bit of rust on it, but actually not bad condition. I seem to remember this button around here used to make the blades go round, but that's not working. I don't know if that's a battery thing or a mechanism thing, but it still moves. So I need to kind of give that a bit of a clean off, definitely, and actually sort of work out why that's not working. But all the stickers are intact, which is really nice. Action Force in there, everything else is in there. One more thing to show you, not action figure related, but still retro 80s, retro toys related, board games. Who was a board game fan when they were a kid? The board games, obviously we didn't have video games, well we did, but we didn't. Obviously we didn't have mobile phones, and board games were all the rage. And I remember some awesome board games when I was a kid, especially made by MB. Now, I've got it here, where is it? Okay, I'm on vertical format, so this is going to be a little bit difficult. I wish I was in horizontal. It is Ghost Castle. Look at that. Actually, I could do it vertical. Now, who remembers this bad boy when you were a kid? Because if you look at, I'm gonna have to talk like this. Vertical video doesn't work for board games. Mental note. I just remember it being this awesome board game where you kind of went round and spun the spinner. There it is. And various things happened, and you used to drop, and you had to drop this skull. You see that? I'm going to drop this skull, and it went down the chimney, and it would bash and knock over things depending on where you were. And I know you had to go up the stairs to get to the top, and if you were right up there and the skull would knock you right down, you were like pushed right the way back to the game. Now this thing has survived again, near enough intact. I'm gonna have to get it out and get some videos of it and get some photos of it, because I think, yeah, looks really good. I'll probably get some videos and some photos of this out onto Instagram or on YouTube. Might even have to give it a play, because I remember this game, it's absolutely awesome. One of those games you really wanted as a kid. MB did some amazing stuff. Ghost Castle, I think Hotels, another one I had, which was absolutely amazing board game, and I'm pretty sure you can still get these kind of things. I hadn't really considered collecting the retro board games from the 80s and 90s. Different thing. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments below whether you collect board games. I'm really interested to know, is there a retro board game collecting community out there? Likewise, Transformers, Action Force, G.I Joe, whatever, have you kept a lot of toys from when you were a kid, or do you regret getting rid of some of those really classic ones that are probably worth a mere fortune now? I'll be back soon with some more Retro Toys TV goodness, Until then, please like, subscribe, ring the bell, hit the heart, depending on which format you're using. And I will see you again soon. Cheerio for now. Bye-bye.